It's been a long week. I'll do my life vlog talking about some stuff that I did later on. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. I just need a break for right now. So there's not been that many videos, so I was just kind of just taking a break for a while. Holiday season's coming up, blah, blah, you get it, etc., etc. But we gotta finish these Star Wars movie reviews, and I may not finish them before Thursday, but I will try to, and if I don't, I'm probably gonna maybe miss like a couple of them before then, and then maybe I'll just review them after, it's still topical because Star Wars is coming out. I'm going Thursday night. Already got tickets. So we're good. So this is Attack of the Clones. This is I was gonna have this review out a lot earlier, but this is literally taking me 5 days to watch. Now, as you saw in my Phantom Menace review, it is my favorite Star Wars movie. Attack of the Clones is my least favorite Star Wars movie. I complained about the script in Rogue One and how the dialogue really sucked. It is 10 times worse in here. It is straight up unbearable garbage. I cannot listen to a word anybody in this movie says. Anybody. There's good actors in here who give decent performances, but I can't listen to a single thing that they say because they're straight up saying the most irreprehensible garbage. And then the pacing just gets so bad. It is straight up terrible pacing. It is some of the worst pacing I've ever seen in a Star Wars movie. I mean, it is like, it just bounces and bounces and bounces from thing to thing to thing to... There isn't really a story. It's just Obi-Wan kind of trying to track down this assassin while a kind of love story happens between Padme and Anakin. I say kind of because you don't feel their connection. They're just saying random garbage that doesn't even really make sense. You don't get why Padme has the hots for him. For all I know, Anakin is just some creepy weirdo that just wants to get in Padme's pants. Honestly, that's what I feel like he is. I mean, lines like, "Stop staring at me like that. It's weirding me out." And I don't know. He's weird. He's a whiny baby, the whole movie. Anakin Skywalker is terrible. Anybody who likes this character, I'm sorry. He's terrible. He's a monster. And not in a good way, because he's supposed to be a monster, because he becomes Darth Vader, who is a freaking monster. He's annoying. He's whiny. He's irritating. He is terrible. All you people are like, no, Last Jedi is the worst Star Wars movie. Are you freaking kidding me? If you want to complain that movie doesn't feel like Star Wars, watch this movie. Listen to these people talk, okay? Yeah, there's bad lines and things like that in The Last Jedi, but not as bad as it is here. It is freaking awful. It is an awful, awful, awful script, and I can't listen to them talk. It is quite irritating. There's so many lines. I'm like, what the hell? And it's just so irritating. And I don't know how much I can emphasize this. The effects are kind of at their worst, honestly, because in Phantom Menace, they didn't use it as much as some people will like tell you. Honestly, but parts of it were unnoticeable. It is terrible here because they use it so much and stuff that doesn't really make sense. C-3PO being at the whole final battle at the end was just annoying. Like, why was he there? Why is he even in the prequels? Like, at all. He doesn't need to be here. He doesn't do anything. He's just here because, C-3PO's in the originals. And then it's like, what the hell, man? Why would you put him here? And then you got, like, I don't know. It just goes on and on and on, and I hate it. I hate this movie. I hate it. I straight up hate this movie. The whole Jango Fett... I'm sorry, I'm talking spoilers. I don't even give a crap. If that's something that bothers... Jango Fett, the whole clone thing, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's done better in the Clone Wars, so that's excusable. But Boba Fett being his son? That is so laughably stupid. I don't even remember that, and I've watched this movie before, as far as I know anyway. It's just so long. It's so boring. This is the longest Star Wars movie, and nothing happens. There is no story. There's events that happen and kind of connect together, but that's the closest you get to a story. A story. This isn't a story. This is anything. It's garbage. Straight up trash. I hate this movie. You might be thinking, why are you over-exaggerating? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. You know what? It isn't that big of a deal. Except this is a Star Wars movie. And Star Wars movies, whether you like it or not, have all been better than this. Every single one of them. Even The Last Jedi. I'm sorry. You cannot hate The Last Jedi and not hate this movie. Because otherwise, you are a freaking idiot. It is just so freaking bad. There is one scene I like, though. The rest of this movie sucks. Anakin, after he has some nightmare about Padme, or not Padme, his mom on Tatooine, so he goes down there and cannot find her. So he finds who she was sold to, her new husband, and he's afraid that she was captured by Tusken Raiders. So Anakin goes off by himself to free her. And you see that scene where Yoda's like, he senses the anger in Anakin and crap. And that's like, oh. This is what I want the prequel to be. This. Anakin goes off. You see the amazing lighting in that scene. And he goes off on this little speeder bike. And you hear, dun 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 dun. You hear the Duel of Fates theme from The Phantom Menace, and it's playing for Anakin. Like, almost cementing his turn to the dark side in a way. And he goes out there, and he straight up goes out there, and he murders the Tusken Raiders. He murders them, and finds his mom dying, and she feels complete and ready to die now. She's finally seen him one more time, and the movie should have ended there, with Anakin murdering all of them, but honestly, that wouldn't have happened. And then you have that whole stupid scene where he's like, I murdered all of them, and Padme's like, oh, that's so hot. Like, what the hell? This is such a stupid movie, and that's the worst scene, honestly, in the whole movie. And it comes right after an amazing, almost 9 out of 10 scene, honestly. If it didn't come back to that in the end, I would have been like, But I love that scene, and and I like Count Dooku, who's introduced in this movie, and some of the other ideas, but honestly, most of them are not expanded on very well in this movie, and they're expanded on better in the other movies. So, yeah, I hate this movie. I hate it. This is the worst Star Wars movie, objectively speaking. Fine, you like Attack of the Clones? That's totally fine with me. If you like this movie, and you don't like, of course I mean unironically, The Last Jedi, that makes sense. If you like this movie, and you do like The Last Jedi, you're a freaking idiot. Because you can't whine that this movie doesn't feel like Star Wars. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, you're done. You're not a real Star Wars fan if you like this movie. You are defending a garbage movie that doesn't feel like Star Wars, or even use the characters properly. That guy's such an idiot, to be honest.